This is really a special year for us. It's nice to see everyone together. It's nice to see people in person. We are asking that everybody please wear your masks because we have students here. Not everyone is eligible for the vaccines, or they're in the process. So thank you for respecting that. Well, if you're at the podium, obviously you guys can take it off. But oh yeah, take mine off. Thank you. Oh, so nice. Arbor Day is a really nice tradition for us here in Rye Brook. We really look forward to this type of celebration. We have years and years of planting trees in all of our parks, and it's really a fun event for everyone. This year is a particularly special year for us for a couple of reasons. One, as you can see from the sign, this is our 25th year of being a Tree City USA. So that's a designation by the National Arbor Day Foundation. And what that does is it shows a real commitment to new plantings and taking care of the trees in the village of Rye Brook. And there's certain criteria you need to be a Tree City. So real quick, you need to spend a certain amount per capita of the population in the community. You need to have staff and boards that oversee and look at trees. And we're lucky to have a certified arborist on staff. We're lucky to have a sustainability committee and a village board that oversees significant trees. You need to have a tree code, and you need to have an Arbor Day celebration, which we're doing now. So we're very happy to have that designation. We're very proud of it. As you can see, even our logo has a tree on it. The other reason this is so special this year is we're really proud of all the green initiatives that have taken place in Rye Brook. And this year we're very proud because we have, this is really a community project that we're currently standing on. And this has been a wonderful partnership and involvement with the Blind Brook School District and the Blind Brook, the Roots and Shoots Club that the school has at their high school. So all the students are just doing a great job working with the village staff and our public works and park staff, and we're very excited about that project. So, and also to help make us that happen, we received a generous donation from the Teamsters Local 456 in Ellsworth. Guys, raise your hand. So thank you very much for the generous donation. Really appreciate it, and it really does help us. So thank you all. I'm going to kind of jump into the program. I'm going to ask Alex Marshall, our assistant to the village administrator, to come up and kind of give a little overview of the types of green programs and initiatives that we're currently, we've been going through in Rye Brook.
Thank you. So 2020, kind of a weird year, but not a year without lots of activity going on, especially on the sustainability committee front. They've been a very active committee this year. I'm happy to be their staff liaison because so many great ideas are generated from this group. A couple of things that have gone on over the past year: we increased the food scrap recycling, that's the residential food scrap recycling, by doing a joint agreement with the village of Portchester and increasing the amount of residents dropping off scraps to our site at Village Hall. We also explored other methods of food composting, like with solar digesters. We have one here. This is a cool little unit that you can put food scraps in, and it helps increase the nutrients in the soil, which one will eventually be going here in the park, and we're happy to have one here and at Village Hall as well. We also provided education and spread awareness about different green energy initiatives in combination with Sustainable Westchester. We held a virtual Q&A with our village arborist, Michael Nowak, just last night, and it was a big hit. Thanks, Michael, for doing that. The residents could come ask any questions about trees, and I personally learned a lot from that experience myself. Just last month, or earlier this month, we created a butterfly garden at Village Hall in the traffic circle, and we've already seen some of the seeds sprouting up for that. We also have full-size native plants that are going to be put in May, so we're looking forward to finishing that project. And lastly, but certainly not least, we had this collaborative effort with the Blind Brook High School Roots and Shoots Club, and I'm going to pass it to Julie Hensley, who's the club moderator and has really helped this project come together. So thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you all for coming. We're so excited about this project and these new trees. So I thought I would just tell you a little bit about Roots and Shoots, because a lot of people don't know what the club is about. It was founded in 1991 by Jane Goodall, and the purpose of the club is to promote, to empower young people to feel like they can accomplish positive things within their community, especially with a environmental or humanitarian focus. And our particular club, the Blindbrook High School Roots and Shoots Club, was founded 4 years ago by Chloe Ng, who's standing over there, and you can see our executive board. So Chloe Ng is was the founder, but Komal Samro and Tess O'Brien are here also, and it's just been such a pleasure to work with these three over the past years. They took the mandate seriously. They started a compost program with the cafeteria at the high school. They organized a nature scavenger hunt at Crawford Park. And then we're now embarking on this Harkness Park collaborative project. And so I'm going to miss them. They're all graduating, but we have great members coming up that you can see right next to them. So it's going to be another good 4 years, I'm sure. So I'm going to pass it over to Chloe, and she's going to talk about the Harkness Park project. And thank you very much.
First of all, I would like to say thank you guys for coming. I'm really excited to be able to share the project that Roots and Shoots has been working on with everyone, and I'm really excited about what we'll be able to do in the future. So just an explanation of what we've been doing for the past few months. We've been removing the invasive plants all around this area, and you can see over there as well. There used to be a lot of invasive plant matter there, so for the past few months we've been spending our time to really uproot those plants in hopes of creating a native plant garden in the future. So we want to plant the native plants all along this area so that members of the Blindbrook community will be able to use it as a space, as a beautiful space where they can learn about native plants and invasive plants. And we really want it to be a place where people can learn. And we're hoping that perhaps in the future we can integrate it into maybe the Intro to Science research class, and we can conduct future research projects like citizen science in this area. And it will be a space where everyone can enjoy and everyone can learn from it. We're also really incredibly thankful for all the support that everyone has shown us, especially the village of Rybrook, and really we would not have been able to create a project at this scale without the help of so many people who have supported us along the way. And really we are overwhelmed by the enthusiasm and the support that has been shown for us. So I'm really excited about this project, and I hope that in the future it will be a long-lasting project that people will be able to continue, and it will continue to grow as a space in the community.
So in selecting which trees we wanted to plant here, we got a lot of incredible advice from the village of Rybrook, our incredible foliage expert, Ms. Hensley, and we ended up deciding on the white swamp oak and the tupelo tree. The tupelo tree is loved by pollinators, by songbirds, and it's actually the longest lived hardwood species in North America. And the oldest one recorded is 679 years old. So, I mean, talk about leaving a legacy. But it's also just a beautiful tree. The bark of it is gorgeous. And similarly, the white swamp oak has immense benefits for hundreds of species of moth, of butterfly caterpillars, and local mammals love its acorns. So we're also feeding the squirrels. It has a really attractive feeling bark, especially when the tree is young. And as the name suggests, it has these gorgeous two-tone leaves, a dark glossy green and a beautiful white. So, as Chloe said, we're so proud to be able to leave a visual, physical impact on, the school that has taught us so much, but also to leave an impact in terms of the way people look at the environment, the way people look at the world around them, and think about what they can do in order to improve the environment and make an impact on native species and the greater community. So again, thank you so much for coming here, for supporting us, and we're just so thankful and so happy to be here today.
So obviously this is so exciting. So please give another round to the Blind Brook Roots and Shoots Club, who is leaving something for generations to come. Thank you. And this community project also couldn't happen without the support of all the Blind Brook School District officials and of course the representatives of the village board. So I'm so happy to introduce our mayor, Paul Rosenberg.
Thank you, Chris. This is the biggest turnout we've ever had for an Arbor Day celebration, and it's just such a great day. Even with the wind, spring is here, the trees are blooming, our new tree is starting to bud, so I just want to say thank you to everybody for being here. We do have a number of dignitaries here that I'd like to recognize. First, County Executive George Latimer. We have Steve Otis, our Assemblyman, excuse me. We have Rachel Esteroff from Senator Mayor's office, and let's see, Nancy Barr from County Board of Legislators, Ashley Weldon, School Board President, Patrick Winstead, the Superintendent, Colin Byrne, and Bridget Dix from our own Sustainability Committee, and finally from our own board, Susan Epstein, Jason Klein, and Stephanie Fisher. So thank you. We have a proclamation here that I'm going to read to everybody. Whereas, so this is the Village of Rye Brook 2021 Arbor Day Proclamation. Whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas this holiday called Arbor Day was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska and is now observed throughout the nation and the world. And whereas trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce life-saving oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable source, increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of the village, and beautify our community. And whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of inspiration and spiritual renewal, now therefore be it resolved that I, Paul S. Rosenberg, Mayor of the Village of Rye Brook, do hereby proclaim that Friday, April 30th, 2021 as Arbor Day in the Village of Rye Brook, and urge all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day and Rye Brook's 25th year as a Tree City USA by planting trees and supporting efforts to protect our trees and woodlands. And be it further resolved that on this Arbor Day, the Village of Rye Brook, in collaboration with the Blind Brook High School Roots and Shoots Club, as part of a comprehensive native planted product, is proud to plant 1 white oak and 1 tupelo, generously donated by the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, Local 456, in a prominent location for all to see in Hartquist Park. Thank you. So, County Executive Latimer, I'm sure you'd like to...
No, I'm happy to be here. It's a wonderful day. You don't need another speech from the tree.
Steve?
I'll follow George's lead, but I'd say this. I go to a lot of environmental events in Rye Brook, and we had a cleanup a few months ago, but at every one of these events, your great DPW staff is the engine behind it, and we did this cleanup of Bowman Avenue. I just say, get the message out. No littering on Bowman Avenue, please. It's crazy. But thank you, Paul. Thank you, the village board, the school board, and everybody involved in these great projects. Rye Brook is one of the only communities that has the name of an environmental resource in their name, Brook. So you have to do it. Good job.
Thank you. And I think we're going to have the planting of the tree.
If there's anyone from the school.
Anyone from the school district like to say anything? Ashley?
So the thought that has really struck me is that all of us adults have been working on environmental initiatives, but I really feel like it is the Roots and Shoots Club that has come in and really brought all of us together and made a lot of things happen, like the composting in the school and all the other initiatives that Chloe and Kamal mentioned, and they've really blossomed over the years. So I'm glad that they have a legacy of more students who will keep continuing to have all of these activities to bring us together, because they really are the ones who are planting the roots for the next generation of environmental sustainability. So I'm really grateful to them and of course for everyone to be here.
Okay, it's time for the ceremonial planting of the tree. We have the members of the Roots and Shoots Club come up. And any officials, if any officials want to come up, George or Steve or village board members, Paul. Okay, so you gotta grab a shovel and a little bit of dirt and circle around the tree. Okay? Just take a shovel. You can walk it right around.
She's going to expect you to do it.
Come on, George. Okay. Yes. Is there any other members? Yeah. Sure.
You want the golden shovel? Yeah.
You guys want to join the shovel? You want to just get off? Yeah, I can do whatever you want.
Everybody look this way and smile. You want to get your faces. So much fun. Smile.
Okay, put the shovels towards the ground. Float them up. There you go.
There's still 2 shovels.
Awesome.
Anyone want to get in? Yeah, George, you want to shove?
Yeah, there's 2 golden shovels.
Nancy, you want one?
Hop in there. We'll take a picture. Go ahead.
Hop in.
Yeah.
Sustainability.
All right, look at the camera, ladies. Look at the camera. Love having us
Girl power.
You guys all set? If the students could stay here, the teamsters just ask if they can get a picture too as well. That's what they're going to do with all of our employees in Parks and Public Works, who you guys have been working with, are all members of the Teamsters Union. And the Teamsters Association, their own group is the one who makes these things.
Thank you so much.
Oh, this is good. Keep it going. You're doing a great job. And I try to actually
No, that's true.
stump somebody and ask them what kind of tree, but everybody had the answer.
You guys want to join in? You can.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, guys.
No, come in, Don.
Hey, Paul, what are you doing? Come on.
Let everyone be here.
Thank you. Honestly, thank you for what you do.
Yeah, I followed up. Thank you.
Thank you all very much for coming. Appreciate it. Thank you.